we're going to give each candidate 1 minute as an opportunity just to sum up their key points or to make whatever is the final closing statement they want to make to you. I think Michael thought he was already there, but you get another shot now. Final points they want to leave you with before we close the evening, so you can take away and decide how you want to cast your vote. So we'll start down here at the end, Jerry, if you want to start off.
I never thought I'd have a go at politics, but I just cannot stand back and see this country being allowed to make the same mistake over and over again. I'm not offering any policies. I'm offering a system. It's a system that works in a country called Switzerland. It's worked for over 200 years. I want to see people stand on their own 2 feet. That's what I did in youth work. I helped people from difficult backgrounds stand on their own 2 feet instead of going, looking and begging for favours from the people at the top of the system. I want to see the citizen feel like a citizen. I want to see them proud of their republic. I want to see the taxpayer, the ordinary, humble taxpayer, in charge of the big decisions of this country. I want to see a proper, true democracy and a real republic. And I'm inviting you today to help take back your republic.
I believe in real green values, so I think that this part of the city has really not benefited from the Celtic Tiger at all. But I think if the Green Party is the only party that is really thinking of the future, because we have to remember the environment. If we don't look after the environment, we won't really have much of a future. So basically, I think in this area we need more green spaces, more playgrounds and more allotments. Now, over the past 3.5 years, we haven't really heard too much from our 5 TDs, with one notable exception. I certainly won't be like that. You will hear of me all the time if you elect me. So I'm saying, please give me your number 1. Thank you very much.
I would ask people to reflect upon the alternative that I have presented and my party has presented, and to think about it, that an appeal, if you want, that Irish taxpayers' money is pumped into public services rather than into a corrupt, bankrupt bank or into the financial institutions of Europe. We have a future in this country and we have a vision. And I believe, as an Irish Republican, a family man, a socialist, and also a committed activist living in this area, that I also have a proven track record of defending the working class and defending the rights of people in this area. I am a champion in the Dáil, and I have been a champion in the Dáil, of those who are disadvantaged in our society, who have been neglected and who have been wronged by our society. So I'd appeal to you to vote for me.
Well, firstly, I want to say I'm in public life since 1985. This is the very, very best debate that I've ever attended. I think we have different points of view. I genuinely believe this is a great country. I believe we've made huge strides of improvement in the last 10 years. Yes, we've taken one big step backwards, and it's very painful. I accept that. It's not easy. It's also slightly embarrassing when you've been in government and you've been partly responsible for that. It's not easy. But I believe we have the way forward. We have a 4-year plan, as I've indicated, approved by the EU and the IMF, who are, in my view, 2 very good institutions. And I believe very sincerely, if we stick with that 4-year plan, we can have prosperity and jobs and growth back here again. As I said, at the height of the boom, we had over 2.1 million jobs. We still have 1.8, 1.9 million jobs. A lot more people than we ever had employed in the 90s. Please stick with Fianna Fáil, stick with our plan, and I believe we'll have prosperity in 3 or 4 years' time.
I think this election is an historical election, and it's an opportunity for people to go out there and put their vote for people they think represent their voices and will be a voice for them in the Dáil. Fianna Fáil and the old party politics of civil war, cronyism, greed, golden circles, links with speculators, developers, political elite. That is what has happened, and we know, we see it. We see the papers every single day, the links between them. We're looking at Ray Burke the other night on the TV and about the links and the development and backhanders there. We have to change that as a nation, and I think this is an opportunity to do that. I think by putting people like ourselves into the United Left Alliance and other like-minded people into the Dáil, that will be the start of that process. And I think then we can look forward to participation of communities and people and workers and bank employees and get our economy moving again, I think is absolutely crucial. But it won't happen if we still have the same coming out of this election.
Okay, I've attempted to articulate the Labour Party position, which was that we were against the austerity measures as produced in that 4-year programme that Michael says is going to turn the country around in 3 to 4 years. We are against the bailout as it was negotiated by this government, and we therefore argue very strongly that we must renegotiate the deal. We are for job creation, and we are for job stimulus in order to stimulate the economy from its miserable, lingering 5% to what is needed, basically a minimum of 5% growth per annum. To stimulate the economy, we are yes to a new, fairer Ireland. We cannot revert back to the old systems. I'm also yes for the total reform of our political system, both at national and local level. And I want to just guarantee one thing, that the social economy must be protected and strengthened, because it acts as the cement that bonds the communities that are going to be suffering into the future. And concluding, I agree, Ireland is a great country. It can still be a great country. It can be a better country. And I want to see the pride of the Irish internationally, throughout the world. Okay. I want it reinstated to its proper status, which it once did hold in the world. Thank you.
Well, my reasons for standing for this election are to promote employment, to get back to enterprise, which is a core value for Fine Gael. On the health system, we want to bring the Dutch health system into Ireland and reform the health system within a full 5-year term. We're going to reform the public sector, essentially to shrink it in size by 10% over a 4-year period, which is required in light of economic changes. We need recovery, economic recovery, in order that there will be a future for children, whether they're leaving school or whether they're leaving college. The current scourge of emigration has to be minimised and got rid of as quickly as possible. What I'm committing to is to work hard on national recovery for a 5-year period. I'll do everything I can. I have 20 years experience in business. I have 15 years experience in politics. I believe I can bring those two elements together to contribute to the combination of employment, public finances and health. On that basis, I'm asking people to vote for me. Thank you.
I'm just going to close by saying thank you very, very much for all of our candidates for coming here this evening. I have tremendous respect for anybody who's willing to stand for election in the difficult times that we are. But more than that, I want to thank all of you for coming here this evening and contributing your questions, because this is what it's all about. It's about us making a choice. So thank you very, very much. If you'd give a round of applause to the candidates and a round of applause to yourselves. Thank you very much.